Hello mga kapechay! Welcome to the Pechay Show Season 4. I'm your host, Sharee, and in this podcast, we talk about everything and anything about sex and sexuality, love and relationships, because we believe makulay ang buhay sa sinabawang pechay. If you love our show, please support us by following us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Please enjoy the show. Good evening mga kapechay. Welcome to round 36 of the Pechay Show, and for this episode, we have a special guest. We will be talking about voice kinks, a topic that's quite close to me personally, and also to a lot of listeners na have reached out to me when I asked them about this. And it's nice to know that we are not alone. And it's a, I guess you could say, a lesser known kink or fetish, if you want to call it that. But once you talk to people, it's actually quite common. Our special guest is a fellow podcaster. He is the host of a few shows. Andyan na yung The Jappy Hour podcast and The Normie and the Nerd previously. But tonight, we will be talking about his latest venture, Boyfriend on Demand. Please welcome Joshua Von Drake. Hi!
Hey,
How are
hello, what's
ya?
up?
Kamusta
Good
ka
evening.
naman?
I'm good.
Great.
Okay naman.
Why
Actually nga
naman?
nung mention mo yung na host of a few podcasts, medyo kinalimutan ko na muna yung iba
Oh
eh.
no. But that's fine kasi yung mindset natin tonight is just
Oh,
the boyfriend on demand.
like, actually nga it was a very good experience na nag-start din ako ng ibang podcast kasi it allowed me to garner, hindi ko masabing success pero let's say success, to garner
Yeah.
success dito sa latest podcast ko, which is yung Boyfriend on Demand, which is yun nga dun sa topic mo today is voice kinks, which is dun
Yeah.
ako talaga muna nag-focus ngayon eh.
Yeah.
And yung response, oh my God, the
I know.
response.
Oh my God, congratulations. Parang ilang episodes pa lang tapos I saw you post that you got 3,000 plays or
Yeah.
tumaas na ba ngayon? I'm sure.
Tumaas.
For sure. Wow, he's doing really good. Tapos sabi ko,
Yeah.
this was a great move for him kasi you have the voice to back it up, so it's not surprising really. As you know, madaming kinky people out there, and I think podcasts are a great way for them to kind of discreetly explore that na with like-minded hosts, kumbaga.
Yep.
Okay, so tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about for those who are not yet followers of your show. Tell us about Boyfriend on Demand.
Okay. So basically, Boyfriend on Demand is an ASMR/role play podcast na parang it's sort of an experience to have a boyfriend na sasabihin sa'yo yung mga gusto mo marinig. Kasi, in real life kasi, I'm not really vocal, which is na-bring up na yun, na-bring up na siya ng real life girlfriend ko. Sorry guys, sorry sa mga listeners ko. Pero yeah,
we lost listeners.
Yeah. Pero yung girlfriend ko kasi, na-open up niya sa akin na hindi daw ako open, kumbaga vocally. Hindi ako touchy-feely. Hindi ako mahilig magsalita eh. And so, parang ito yung way ko na to compensate for that. Kaya nga, siya yung number 1 fan ko eh. Laging nakaabang
that's
ko.
so sweet. Okay, kasi I was gonna ask you later kung how she feels about the nature of it all, and I'm guessing based sa sinabi mo, he supports it.
Oh, 100%. Actually nga, siya pa minsan nagbibigay sa akin ng mga episode ideas.
Nice.
Lalo na kapag like meron siyang gusto marinig sa akin na hindi ko masabi sa kanya. So, ginagawan ko na lang ng
Oh my
episode
God.
para
Babe, pakinggan mo na lang yung episode tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, magkaiba kasi kami ng kumbaga yung so-called love language eh.
Right.
Ano siya sa speech, sa spoken or something or other. Ako kasi more on quality time and the actions.
Right.
Nagets mo naman yun. Pero yeah. So pag actually nga yung quality time namin usually involves us doing other things, separate things. Like siya manonood and then I'll play video games and then para sa akin
just being together,
enough,
right?
Yeah. That's enough for me. Pero siya nga naghahanap nga siya kumbaga conversation sa akin. Verbalize, yeah. Yun yung word na hinahanap ko pa kanina pa.
Okay, so where did you get the idea? Parang what inspired you to start this podcast?
Oh, actually maganda yung story niyan eh.
Okay, tell us.
I'm sure lahat naman siguro, I mean 2021 na, I'm sure lahat familiar na sa concept ng ASMR eh.
Yeah.
And so madami na nag-suggest sa akin na gumawa ako ng ASMR content like way before I even started a podcast. So, kumbaga parang pasok sa isang tenga, labas sa isa kasi parang sabi ko, ay, hindi ako dito, baka sabi-sabi lang na maganda yung boses ko. And, kasi pag pinakikinggan ko yung sarili kong boses.
Yeah. Oo. Diba?
Parang hindi ko mahanap yung sinasabi nilang maganda daw. Pero anyway, nagkaroon ng PPD game night.
Oh my God, I was there.
Yeah, yung first one na pinuntahan ko, and then I think that was the first time na nakilala ko kayo, you guys on
with faces. To Zoom.
With faces, yep, yeah. And then nung nagsalita ako, and then everybody was like, oh, yung voice niya. And so
girls.
yung mga girls and yung mga women at heart.
Yeah.
And then si Bullet from Man in Manila. Yeah.
Hi Bullet.
Yeah, sinabi niya sa akin na bakit daw hindi ako mag-start ng ASMR content kahit magbasahin ko lang daw yung mga ingredients sa mga sabon-sabon or whatever. And then parang doon lang sa akin nag-click na ay, fellow podcaster yung nagsabi na may potential yung voice ko for other content. So, pinakinggan ko and then, yun. And so far, maganda yung experience ko eh. Kahit hindi ako fan ng ASMR myself and wala akong idea about sa mga kung ano yung magpapakilig sa mga tao. Pero the experience has been fun so far.
You know, I think it was last year, I was doing research, quote unquote. And apparently ang daming ganito ang nature na podcast sa Spotify and everywhere else. But most of them, all of them are foreign, like either British or American. But I don't think, as far as I know, I don't know of Filipino ASMR podcasts na ganito. So I think you hit the winning ticket right there.
Pioneer.
Kasi and also, well, I guess some people discover it randomly, pero marami din yung mga they seek it out eh. When I told people na fans ng show na, hey, I'm gonna interview this person and we were gonna talk about this and he has a show na ganito. But even before that, people were asking, uy, may alam ka bang magandang ASMR podcast or YouTube page or something? Kasi they really want it. I mean, it's something they find satisfying to listen to. So, ayun.
While I was doing parang research for this podcast, sa YouTube ako naghanap eh. And then pag nakikita ko yung mga views, like 500,000 views, and
Yeah.
then like 1 million subscribers, like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
people are really listening to ASMR stuff.
Yes.
Tapos yung mga comments pa is mga, I wish I had a boyfriend like this, yada
Yeah.
yada. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
God.
yeah. Kasi a lot of people are saying that parang the world has been overexposed sa porn. So parang desensitized na tayo sa visual, sexy
Medium,
stuff.
yeah.
And parang when people discover this kind of media, parang it's a whole new experience kasi they have to use their imagination at the same time while they listen to it, which kind of makes it a whole new parang level for them.
Yep.
Sa Reddit, sobrang sikat yan. So if you don't do it yet, you should share your things there.
Actually nga, I started sharing on Reddit din eh.
Mm.
First time kong dumagdag yung karma ko sa Reddit.
Congrats. Yeah, there are a lot of kinky people sa Reddit. Yeah. So you mentioned earlier na your girlfriend gives you parang plot lines and ideas for episodes. But besides that, I would like to think may iba ka bang sources for content, like next episode ganito yung gagawin ko?
Well, actually yun yung part na medyo nahihirapan ako kasi yun nga, I'm not really into ASMR myself. So but outside of my girlfriend, sa mga girlfriends, female acquaintances, and sa mga gay friends ako nanghihingi ng kumbaga, like mga scenarios, mga fetishes nila, ano ba yung mga gusto nilang, and sila yung mga nagbibigay sa akin, and then I just roll with it. And then minsan, ito nga actually ito yung parang naging sign sa akin na parang the podcast is slowly gaining traction is when listeners of the show would start emailing me na ito yung gusto nilang marinig sa next episode. And kasi first time kong na-experience yun na like actual fans.
Yeah. It's a good feeling, no?
Yeah, sobra.
Yeah. Ganyan din ako nung umpisa. Parang nobody's listening. Tas biglang may magbe-message out of the blue na, uy, I listened to this. I liked it. Maybe next time you could talk about this and that. Parang ganyan. Yeah, it's a great feeling na people actually relate to what you're saying and they appreciate your content.
Actually, yun yung parang the difference between my previous podcasts and this one. Kasi hindi ako relatable masyadong tao eh.
Okay.
Sa totoo lang, hindi ako masyadong relatable. Like, tsaka, I think may boses ako pero hindi ako ganun kagaling mag-deliver ng message na kumbaga parang makaka-attract or makaka-trigger na emotion.
Right.
So I think yun yung weakness ko eh. Pero pagdating kasi dito sa ASMR stuff, kahit hindi mo masyadong mahugot yung emotion nila. Pero dahil sa boses, kaya
iba naman yung nati-trigger, yeah. Oo.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously may fan base ka na. But have you ever received, pwera dun sa mga parang suggestions or stories, have you ever gotten compliments or probably but suggestive comments dahil sa voice mo?
Meron. to be perfectly honest, meron. May mga nag-email sa akin na, oh, I listen to your show every night, wink wink and stuff like that. So
alam mo na.
Gets ko na eh.
Okay, how do you respond to those kinds of messages?
Well, of course, kumbaga kailangan ko pa rin mag-set ng boundaries. So medyo professional ako nagre-reply. Na I'll thank them na they feel na the need to listen to my podcast every night. And of course, thank ko sila dahil nga ginagawa nila yun. Pero syempre hindi ko na sila lalandiin pa para.
Oh naman. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, now that you say that, I mean, a lot of people understand naman na when you do podcasts podcasts like this, it doesn't always mean na porket you talk about sex or sexuality, then you're open and free for all. Kasi obviously I've gotten so many messages din na ganyan. But
Ikaw pa?
but of course, like you said, you have to keep it professional then. Kasi you parang on one hand, you want to set limits like you said, and on the other, you still want to appreciate them for listening and supporting the whatever it is you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Ayaw mo naman silang i-alienate eh.
Oo.
Kaya lang, kailangan mo talaga mag-set ng boundaries.
Kasi baka sabihin pa, uy, sa podcast parang ang bait-bait, tapos snobbish pala sa real life.
In real life.
Yeah. Okay, so na-establish na natin, you've got a sexy voice. But, question, do you have a voice kink yourself?
Yes.
Pwede mo bigla. Yes.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Na-mention mo kasi kanina na parang desensitized na tayo kasi nandyan yung porn.
Yeah.
Na isang pindot mo lang nandyan na.
Yeah.
And actually, ganyan din ako in real life. Like, hindi na ako nato-turn on sa porn ngayon eh. Pero nato-turn on ako sa hentai.
Ooh, why? Dahil ba sa sound?
Yes, primarily sa sound.
Really?
Kasi
nice.
Yung hentai kasi compared sa anime, medyo low yung quality ng production eh. So,
yeah.
yung visuals ng hentai medyo hindi maganda. Pero kasi yung mga Japanese na mga voice actors kasi, ang galing nila mag-deliver eh. So doon ko parang na-realize na ay may voice fetish ako kasi kahit ipikit ko yung mata ko or kahit hindi ko natingnan yung
pakinggan mo na lang.
Oo. Napakinggan ko na lang.
Okay.
So,
but what about like in real life na with an actual person? Have you ever experienced na, hey, I think I'm being turned on by this person's voice?
Real life, wala pa naman.
Oh, wala pa naman. Okay.
Wala pa naman. Kasi I think yung siguro dahil kakahentay ko na lang din. Pero parang na-program sa
standards.
Na-program sa utak ko na dapat ganito yung quality ng voice, ganito yung certain type of voice na medyo mataas.
So specific yung kink mo talaga, no? Okay. Yeah. Actually, no, I was doing a bit of research before this interview. Apparently may iba-ibang may scientific terms for them, but I didn't write them down na like some people get turned on specifically kapag sexual in context yung sinasabi. At the same time, usually deep voices like yours, ganyan. Pero meron ding iba na it doesn't matter what they're talking about. Basta nagagandahan sila sa boses, they could get turned on by that. So, now that you say that, makes me realize na iba-iba nga yung kinds and levels ng voice kinks.
Yep. I mean, kahit naman i-relate mo siya sa ibang klaseng mga kinks eh. Like, let's say, feet, for example. Like, pag hindi naman basta-basta na-turn on yung iba, basta feet pics eh.
Right,
dapat may context eh.
Tama.
Ganun
Makes
din,
sense.
ganun din siya eh.
Yeah. Personally, I think I belong on the more parang riskier type. Kasi my girlfriend is next room, so this is a little bit awkward kasi naririnig niya ako nagre-record. But she knows this na when we talk on the phone and it's just an audio call, tapos I hear her voice kasi I love her voice. Minsan kahit sobrang mundane topics, like she's just talking about her day, what she's eating, or naglalaro siya ng video games. Tapos sabi ko, oh no, something's happening to me. Yeah, so ayun. I guess maraming taong ganun eh, based sa mga kausap ko recently. Yeah.
Actually, yung girlfriend ko ganyan din yung kink niya sa boses ko eh. na
Swerte niya.
basta binabaan ko yung register ng boses ko, medyo na agad siya eh.
Have you learned anything new or unexpected from doing Boyfriend on Demand?
Well, primarily na I was surprised na madami pala yung tao who share this kind of kink. Kasi in real life, parang never pa ako nakarinig na magbabanggit sila, "Oy, I have a voice kink" in a conversation eh.
Yeah, that's true.
So, kaya medyo hesitant din ako i-start to kasi I was thinking na baka walang audience dito. Baka masyadong niche siya na hindi siya mag-succeed. Pero yun nga, after, pag nakikita ko yung stats ko, madami pala talagang may mga voice kinks. Yeah, sobra.
I was looking at your Spotify page and I noticed everything is in English. Do you have plans na mag-release ng Tagalog content? Kasi ito kasi I personally, I can't for the life of me do dirty talk in Tagalog or kapag nagsisex in general. I hindi siya natural for me. I'm struggling with it. Pero I've talked to people na yun yung specific kink nila. Like kapag nagsisex sila tapos the dirty talk is in Tagalog or kahit nagmumura lang daw ng Tagalog, sobrang turn on sa kanila, like intense. So, what do you think? Are you gonna do that at some point?
Actually, yan yung one of the first conversations I had with my girlfriend. Sabi ko, I will start an ASMR podcast, pero anong language ba yung gagamitin ko? English or Tagalog? Kasi on one hand, pag English, parang I'd reach a wider audience.
Yeah.
Pero kung gusto kong sumikat as a Pinoy podcaster, dapat ang target ko is yung Filipinos.
Pinoys, yeah.
Yeah. Kaya lang, parang we both agreed na, well, hindi naman agreed, pero hindi namin preference yung Filipino language in dirty talk ng Tagalog. So kaya nagsettle kami with the English language. Pero pinag-iisipan ko din na maybe I'll make a separate show na purely Tagalog. Kumbaga para lang ma-hit ko yung audience na
Jowa on Demand. Oh my God. Okay. Has your podcast, since nafe-feel naman namin na malaking part ng show yung girlfriend mo with from the start, has it ever become a part of your personal sex life?
Teka, tinatry ko i-process eh. Paano
like yung theme.
It has become?
For example, if you guys are talking about planning for the next episode or you just finished recording, does it affect your relationship in the bedroom?
Well, sa part niya, of course. mas nagiging wild siya eh. Pag naririnig niya yung podcast eh. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Pero,
what do you feel about that? Pag pinapakinggan niya yung episodes mo?
Hindi ko alam if there's something wrong with me, pero pag pinakikinggan niya pag alam kong pinakikinggan yung podcast ko, medyo nagki-cringe ako eh. Oh.
Yeah.
Pero, of course, amazing sa sex life namin kasi mas, nagle-level up eh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pero,
advantage.
Personally, hindi ako na-attract sa sarili kong boses. So,
That's, oh my God.
It
makes sense. Na-realize ko tuloy yung tanong ko.
Pero doon sa part na yun, okay siya para sa girlfriend ko kasi nga nata-turn on siya lalo pag napapakinggan niya yung podcast ko. Nice. And then tina-translate niya into the bedroom. So
nice. Good job.
Yay
okay.
me.
Yeah, yay you. Ako din kasi na-cringe ako pag I'm listening to your podcast now. Papag earphones ko. Kasi parang weird.
Actually nga yun yung interesting thing, no? Bakit pag ibang tao nakikinig, nagagandaan sila sa boses mo. Pero pag ikaw na,
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me, last year I released this episode na super personal for me, first time. As in, it was raw and everything. Tapos, usually yung girls, they were like, oh, parang, we could relate, we could feel what you're feeling, ganyan. But then the guys were like, oh, ang hot ng boses mo, parang, oh, ang sexy ng boses mo. Tapos pag pinakinggan ko naman, parang, no, I
Saan
don't
banda?
see it. I don't see
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
same
Um,
feeling.
do you have, since parang yung girlfriend mo of, I'm 6-7 years, has been your number one, has been your voice's number one fan. Meron ka bang words of wisdom or tips na i-share with people who have the same voice kink?
Kung tips para sa may mga taong may voice
Okay,
kink.
let's do it both ways, siguro.
Okay.
Yung mga may voice kink and people na may magandang boses na hindi nila ginagamit for the good of everyone.
Para sa may mga voice kinks.
Mm.
Good for you. Kasi kumbaga mas wide yung range ng mga turn-ons nyo eh.
Yeah.
Kasi, di ba? So, good for you and then keep it up, di ba? Makinig lang kayo ng makinig ng
Kinig lang kayo ng kinig.
Para naman sa mga taong maganda yung boses pero hindi ginagamit, wag nyo na lang pakita yung mukha nyo. Kasi, I mean, ito yung reason bakit hindi ako nagpo-post ng pictures ko sa mga social media ko. Kasi, ayoko ma-shatter yung parang experience. Kasi gusto ko, pag pinakinggan mo yung Boyfriend on Demand, yung ideal guy mo, and hindi yung mukha ko yung papasok dun sa imagination.
That's great. Parang yung fantasy is still buo, right?
Para yung whole experience na yun is for you and you alone.
Yeah.
Ayoko na...
Oo, kasi di ba your other podcasts, video sila?
Yep.
Yeah, oo nga.
Kaya nag-transition ako sa audio only.
Makes sense, yeah.
Admittedly kasi, kumbaga, yung physical features ko, hindi naman para sa lahat eh. So, pag nakita ako ng fans ko or ng listeners ko, automatically, syempre, i-associate nila itsura ko dun sa boses ko. And so, I don't want that. Gusto ko talaga sa kanila lang yung experience na yun.
Yeah. Sila na yung mag-imagine ng dream guy nila.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, this has been fun. I'm sorry kung nakailang reschedule tayo. But
no problem.
Thank you for saying yes right away nung in-invite kita. And I hope matuloy yung sinabi na, pinag-usapan natin the other day na live roundtable with fellow podcasters. Pag safe na.
Pag safe
for
na.
Sure.
Actually nga, I'm glad you invited me kasi I've always been a fan of your show.
Aww.
I think sinabi ko na yun sa'yo dati. Lalo na nung kasagsagan nung quarantine.
Oo, napaka-active natin nun.
So, yun. Actually nga, surprised ako wala si Jan ngayon eh.
Oh yeah. He left the show after season 2 for napaka-busy niya kasing nilalang. Okay, before we end, please tell people where they can listen to Boyfriend on Demand and kung may iba ka pang projects.
Okay, you could listen to Boyfriend on Demand on, of course, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Kung gusto nyo din sa YouTube, it's also available on YouTube. And anywhere else you get your podcast. I think nandun naman yung Boyfriend on Demand on like Breaker, Radio Public and stuff. Pero yeah, you could also follow me on my socials, Joshua Von Drake, at Joshua Von Drake, lahat naman ng socials ko yun. And as for upcoming projects, siguro abangan nyo na lang. Baka ituloy natin yung Tagalog
on Demand. Trademark.
Title work in progress.
Ayaw niya yun. Okay, I'm not gonna keep you any longer. Thank you ulit. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you guys for listening. See you next week.
Bye!